Hi, so I wanted to go over Google Classroom and what it's going to look like for you and how to use it and stuff like that. So this is the stream. There's three tabs. There's stream, there's classwork, and there's people. A lot of you are used to just using stream and scrolling through this to find out what it is that you have to do. This is not necessarily the most efficient way to find what you're doing in my class because this is presented to you in the order in which I posted it, not necessarily the order in which you're expected to do it. So the better choice is actually to click on Classwork, and on the left hand side you'll see topics, and those topics will be the information that I want you to do. And I'll tell you, you'll know by being in class, are we on political topology, are we on foundations of government, are we on the Constitution, or what. Okay, so you can get rid of everything else except for that particular topic. So foundations of government will only show you foundations of government. Political topology will just do that. Constitution will just take you to that. Or you click all. Okay. Notice at the top it's got the course syllabus. It also has use this link if you're going to be somebody who's coming to the class online. These are gray, and the reason these are gray is because this is material and it's not an assignment. Now this was an assignment. This was a question you were supposed to answer. Okay. You would click right here, view question. Tells you what to do. Okay, here's the quiz. You click this, it should open up in a new link. If it opens up on the same window, then you just would right click on it and open in a new link. I'm sure you know that. So you take this quiz, then you would come back here, and up here on the top right hand side you would write out what it was that you were identified as, and then you would click turn in. Now this used to say missing, and now it says turned in late. So you would know that you turned this assignment in late, but at least you turned it in. If you need to ask a question to the class, which is legitimate, here is where you would do that. And then if you need to ask me a question specifically, you do it on the right hand side. These are different things. So anybody can see this in the class. Only I can see this. Okay. All right. I'm going to do the rule by one because this is a little bit different assignment. I would suggest that you click view assignment. And in this case, see, it says your work and it shows nothing. That's because this is a Google form. And normally this would just have your email address in here already, but it doesn't have mine because I'm using an outside ISD email so that I can actually do this to demonstrate to you what this looks like as a student. Alright, so it's saved my email address. I'm just going to go through here and make choices, but what you do is you look at this is a key term, and then you're looking for your definition. Okay. When you're done, if I've selected it, you will get your response immediately, meaning you'll know what you got right, what you got wrong. Sometimes you'll know what you got wrong, but it won't tell you what the right answer is. All right, it's down here. Normally you shouldn't have to have this. Send me a copy of my responses. If you want a copy, you would just toggle that over. If you don't care about it, that's fine, because you can still have access to this anytime. Then you click submit. All right, so this does not show me my grade. Notice it's already been turned into. I don't have to unsubmit it. It's been submitted. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Google Classroom real fast, and I'm going to show you what you can expect to see when it's graded. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so I've now graded this. So if I click open the assignment, it's going to say that it's graded. Oh, that opens up a new one. That doesn't work. But it should show you what your grade is, what your score is out of 20. Yep, right there it says. Tests, I got 4 out of 20. Hopefully you did better than that. All right. So we have foundation basics. So this right here is what it is that you're going to use to get the work done, and then this is the assignment. Again, if I were you, I would always click the view assignment because it gives you what the PDF is. This is the thing that you're supposed to read. That doesn't really have you do anything other than just read it, and then this is the assignment itself. So if you click this, it's going to open it up in a PDF preview page. Sometimes this page will only show the first page and it won't show the rest. What you do is you click these three dots on the right hand side Then you click open in a new window. Now it's no longer a preview, but it's actually open. Of course, if you click this, it'll expand or contract the size of the document so that you can actually read this. So you would read this, and I would actually leave this tab open, and then when you're done, you can either click this button right here for next, or you can just click this, and then you want to open it with DocHub. Okay. DocHub is the program that we use to manipulate our PDFs. All right. Now, for reasons that I'm not entirely sure of, the very first assignment is messed up because these are supposed to have boxes in it that you can just type in and fill out, but for some reason it didn't copy over that way. But the point here is, see how it's got my name? In this case, it's Walter Robinson. It should have your name. It's got the Foundation Basics student work. All right, you're going to click this, which is add text, and you're going to use that to fill in the answers here. How do you know what to do? Well, you can just look at it. It says power, authority, and legitimacy. Read each statement, decide if it is an example of power, authority, or legitimacy, and then underline the word or the words that help you to decide. So this first one says it's a 1,000-year-old tradition that a member of the royal family has the right to rule. Let's assume that you're like, I have no idea. We'll come back over here. Look at your power, authority, legitimacy. We're not looking at sovereignty because that's not one of our choices. But right there, right to rule, it's authority. So we'd come over here and we would type authority. And then we have to do the next part, which is underline. In this case, you could freehand, right? Right to rule. It doesn't have to be pretty. Or you can highlight. That's fine too. It's up to you, but you have to make sure that you do the second part too, not just the first part. I'm not going to, okay, so that's how you do this part. For this next part, B, it says this activity is an intellectual exercise, which means that there's no right or wrong answer. To help you think about how power, authority, legitimacy, and sovereignty are related, it says look back at the definitions in the reading to help you think about each relationship and then complete the chart. So here it's asking you, how can you have power but not have legitimacy? Well, you have to go up here and read this whole thing, okay? And you have to actually think about it because the answer is not specifically in the reading. How can you have power but not legitimacy? So like in class, we went over this and people talked about how the military could have overthrown the government. They definitely have power, they can get things done, but they don't have legitimacy, which is that they weren't voted into office, okay? You would select this area right here. Oops, that's not correct. You would do add text and then type in your answer. So